Welcome to Learning Algebra with Ms. Rodriguez. By the end of this video, you will understand reflections and dilations in quadratics. So recall in vertex form, we previously discussed translations, which occur with the letter H and K. Today we want to focus on the letter A and what it means. So the value of A tells us two important things about a parabola. First, we can look whether the number is a positive number or a negative number. So if we have a positive number, so if A is positive, this means the parabola opens up. Similar to our blue parabola here. We have a U, it opens up, meaning that we just have something like our standard. And this means that the vertex is going to be this minimum point at the bottom. However, if the A is negative, then the parabola is going to open down. And if it opens down, this is what we call a reflection. This means that the vertex will actually be a maximum point instead of the minimum. In addition to whether the number is positive or negative, the type of number also tells us something called a dilation, so the size. So we don't want to focus on whether it's a positive or negative. That's why we have the absolute value bars. So here we have absolute value of A because the positive and negative deals with the reflection. So if the positive value of A is greater than 1, so just think whole number, then the function becomes skinnier than the parent function. So this is our green picture right here, our green parabola. And this is called a vertical stretch or vertical expand. It's called a stretch because think it's being pulled up, so it gets skinnier. Now, if the absolute value of A is in between 0 and 1, so just think a fraction or a decimal, then this means that the function becomes wider. And if it becomes wider, then we call this a vertical compression. Think of the parabola, there's something coming down on it and it's pushing the sides more open. So here we want to describe the transformations needed to change the solid parabola into the dashed parabola. So because we're describing the transformations, we're just using our words to say whether it's a vertical compression, a vertical stretch, or a reflection, or a combination of those things. So we are going from the solid parabola into the dashed, so from blue to green. So our parent function is our blue, and because it got wider, we can call this a vertical compression. In my next image, we are getting skinnier. So because we are getting skinnier, we can call this a vertical stretch. It's being pulled up. In my last image, we have two things happening. So my parent function is in blue, but now it's flipped upside down. So the fact that it's flipped upside down creates a reflection, but it also got wider. So that means it's a vertical compression as well. And in order to find these words, I kind of just went back to look at what each word meant. So now we also want to use our verbs because we want to describe the transformations needed to change the parent function, f of x, into a new function. This time we want to look at the actual equations. So we want to identify the value of A and interpret what it means. So in my first example, we have our g of x is equal to 3x squared. So this means that my A value is 3. So because my A is a positive number, then it opens up. There's nothing extra happening. However, it's a whole number. So this is going to mean it is a vertical stretch because it is getting skinnier. In example 3, we have g of x is equal to negative x squared. So remember, there's always a negative 1. So A here is equal to negative 1. So the fact that it's a negative means there is a reflection. It's going to open down. So negative number means it's going to open down. It creates a reflection. Now, this number is not any other value than 1, so there's nothing else happening. It is not bigger than 1, and it's not a decimal or fraction. So in example 4, we have g of x is equal to 1/2. So a is equal to 1/2. So now because my a is a positive number, I don't have to worry about reflections. But the fact that there's a fraction, this is going to mean it's going to get wider. So this is called a vertical compression. And in example 5, we have g of x is equal to negative 1/3 x squared. So a is equal to negative 1/3. So if a is equal to negative 1/3, two things are happening. The negative is telling me that there is a reflection. And the 1/3, which is a fraction, is telling me vertical compression. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with fellow educators or students.